What's going on, you fucking fiddlers? Nick Daniels here. We're coming at you live yet again. Continuing on with another night walk here. God, that looks not that bad. Yeah, man. So kind of continuing off there. We did a little quick rant in the last video, and something I said in there. And by the way, there's going to be points in this video like you're just not going to be able to see anything. Don't worry about it. Just listen to my soothing voice. You know, let that just put you asleep. But anyway, yeah, man. So. No, man, I said something in the last video that I thought was, I wanted to touch on. I do this all the time. I'll just say something, and I'm like, fuck me, that'd be good for another video. And tonight, we're talking about getting criticism online, man. So the last one I was talking about, there was like a cross-dresser at like a Value Village I went to like a long time ago. And Buddy got a bunch of flack, obviously, online because of this. Pretty normal thing. Maybe not the whole cross-dressing thing. You know, that's that's probably not a bit as normal. But yeah, we're gonna go. Oh, hold on here. Tilt this fucker up like that, because we're gonna have it down here as we just walk along, so it doesn't look as fucked. Just because the cars are coming right at me, it's gonna be like kind of retarded. Holding this out, so we're gonna do it down here. See, you can't even see me now. He's gone. Anyway, he just listened to me. Yes, no, like I was saying. So I think that's the thing, man. Like we totally live in a day and age now that online criticism is like more and more and more common. I was just reading a post. There's an actress that was on The Mandalorian. Apparently this was like a month ago, and she got canned because she put like a Twitter comment out or something. They didn't Disney didn't agree with. I'm not obviously going to go into the story there. I don't really know it, but. As soon as something like that happens, like the whole internet's up in an uproar. You know what I mean? And I made the video before about like keyboard warriors, but yeah, people will always be tougher online of you. And they're always going to make a comment about you too. Like it's so much easier, you know, to do this. And it's kind of a sad state of affairs, honestly. But it's true, right? Like if I do something, you know, no matter what that is, like I can be criticized on like that. Like a movie can be criticized by like anybody. Anybody can just go make an account. A restaurant can be criticized. You know, you go to a restaurant. You know, week number 1, you have a pretty bad, shitty time. You put a shit review in, right? People see that, right? And they go like, I don't know. And then you could have came in literally the following day and had the complete opposite of experiences and put a good review, right? And I think that's, I don't know, man. It's interesting because it's like everybody's got an opinion, you know. That's the whole point of this channel. Like I just rant on things, and it just makes sense to me. Like, you know, like I'm in the same ballpark, you know. Like I'm just ranting and raving on things of my choosing. I just try to stay not as relevant and current, like if that makes sense. So what I mean, like if something new and hot happened. I usually just don't even really know about it or pay attention to it or just care. That's just a pretty normal thing. Like the thing with the Star Wars actress, like the Mandalorian. Yeah, like I just read that randomly tonight. Like it just kind of popped up. But like I'm not really investigating that. I looked it up for like 5 seconds. I was like, okay. Like, you know, she said a couple things like, you know, a couple of people didn't agree with. I don't know what's going on. I mean, could have been worse, could have been, I don't know. And it's just like, man, it's just how you do it. And I don't, yeah, I've never gotten the idea of like criticizing anyone online either. Like, I mean, like specifically like online personalities. I think I just do them. I think I criticize them in general. I did a video where I talked about like fake personalities online. You know, there's the popo, probably slowing down to fucking arrest me. Oh, this guy's making YouTube videos. Get him. But no, man, like, you know, the only time I ever like target something, I guess obviously would be these date fails I have, and I think they're fucking hilarious. We're kind of off the topic, by the way. I think we're done with it, honestly. Just all I'm saying in the end of the day, man, is, yeah, like be prepared. When you go online, when you start doing shit, like when you make a Facebook account, when you, you know, when you create a Twitter, when, you know, when you start doing OnlyFans. You know, when you start doing, oh, there we go. When you start doing shit, man, and you make an online account to something, you got to be prepared. Like there may be a day, and I'm just saying for the most people in the world, you don't really have to worry about it. But it's like the fucking e-thugs on Facebook, like, you know, like the cat fights. Like, Jesus Christ, man, I used to see paragraphs on there, you know, and it wouldn't even be a name. It would just be like, fuck you, faggot, you know who you are. You know, like, oh, I was like, Jesus, fuck. You know, and then sorry if it's kind of windy there. This wind's all of a sudden picking up. But yeah, and it's also the same, like, if you do a bunch of bullshit, like, if you just do something retarded. I've been told, by the way, recently to say that as goofy instead. There's actually 2 people now I've encountered in my life that didn't like the word retarded. I'm really sorry. I keep saying it. It's just a bad habit. I don't like specifically say someone specifically is retarded. I just say the things that they do are retarded. Like the decision thinking, the decision making there. But I really don't mean offense with that word. I do apologize. However, I'm going to keep saying it. So, but I've recently been trying a little harder not to say it. But obviously in the videos it just comes out. I don't know, man. I don't even have like an online personality. Like, you know, I've seen that before. Like that boogie fucker, the fat guy there that, like, I think his channel like died. And people criticize that a lot, actually, because, you know, he was putting on this personality, and when they saw him like in the real, it was kind of like he didn't give a fuck anymore. You know, it was like, well, that's what happens when you go in there for like most of your life. And, you know, needless to say, by the way. So yeah, all I'm saying is, like, yeah, like the more famous you get, or the more like out of normal acts you do, or things like that, will just subject you to more criticism, or like you'll have a higher chance of getting it. And also, like, the backlash is way worse. Like, obviously with the actress there, like if you say something that, like, obviously the major population, just, I don't even know that situation, but this is an example. But just say, like, I made a tweet, basically, and I was like, Black Lives Matter movement is retarded, when it was going on. Yeah, like, I would have been shot in the streets. Don't get me wrong, I think a lot of the idea of the movement is retarded. Like, let's go burn down like buildings and cause like millions of dollars in damages. Yeah, okay, great idea. But I don't know. I just think that's the fucking shoebox you open up when you get out there. I think for the average person, it's really nothing. There was a video I watched. Man, I don't even know where this video is going, man. I'm just kind of rambling as I get back to the apartment. There was a video I watched yesterday. I think, yeah, it would have been yesterday. And man, it was hilarious. These women were complaining about, like, they were like YouTube women, like they're creators. And yeah, this commentator like ripped them apart. It was God tier, because yeah, they were like bitching about like how obviously it's just like, you know, hundreds and hundreds of men commenting, you know, and it was like, Jesus Christ, man, like none of this doesn't exist, you know. Yeah, obviously you get a couple fucking comments and they're just retarded, like the comments, like they don't mean anything, you know. Yeah, like, I don't know, I forget, like one of them was like, the woman was talking there, and it was like, I think she was reviewing a comic book. That was the video. And the guy, well, I mean, you just assume it's a guy. The comment was like, if you were to get raped, like, you should just lay down and take it or something. Like, it was, it was fucked up. But I think that's it, man. Like, it's online. You don't take any of that shit seriously. Never do. You know, Jesus, man. When I used to do my gaming channel, man, I used to get a lot of random comments that would just tear me apart. It was hilarious. You know, I wouldn't necessarily say I got thick skin, but I mean, I see a dislike in the video, I don't go cry. But some of the comments, man, were like, you know, Junos, you know, like I would just sit there and laugh. Like, it was like, you know, half of it was true. He's like, you virgin ass motherfucker. I'm like, yep, still got the V card, bud. Don't know what to tell you. Like, fucking, yep, saving that for beyond marriage. No, it's like, yeah, like I said, you just got, I don't know. In closing, this is going way too long. You can just tell I've been waiting to make this video all day. No, man, like, you just got to prepare yourself for that shit. And if you're not prepared, don't do it. It's like the cross-dresser video, man. Like, Buddy was like crying, well, not crying, but you know what I mean, like he was upset that he was being criticized in the online communities. I'm like, you really got a couple options there, in my opinion. This is the closing notes of the video. You really got a couple options there, and the smartest idea would just be fucking ignore it. I don't want to say be a man and ignore it, like you could be a woman and ignore it, but like this is a guy, so it's like, okay, like be a man, come on. Like no, like just fucking suck it up. Like any adult should be able to do that, right? Like clearly, like it's like, okay, cool, like there's someone online who disagrees with what I'm doing, so like I should do something about that, like if it bothers me. And really, like if you're not going to change what you're doing, right, to avoid the criticism, which is clearly not going to probably happen, like they're not going to just go, oh, okay, well, they don't like that I'm cross-dressing, I will immediately cut that out of my diet. Yeah, fucking ignore them. All right, anyway, yeah, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching, guys. Apologize that I just rambled most of the time. Like I didn't really have like a coherent thought. Yeah, anyway.